It's Monday, January 5th, 2026, and we are recording from CES 2026 in Las Vegas, Nevada, where every booth is basically AI, but make it a windshield. I'm Hunter.
And I'm Riley. Also, happy bird day. Yes, that's apparently a thing today. Which feels correct because everyone here is tweeting like they have a tiny brain and unlimited confidence.
Bird Day is perfect because today's big theme is AI trying to understand the physical world. Like, not just write me an email, but don't crash the robot into a wall. NVIDIA has this thing called Cosmos, a platform built around generative world foundation models, very world model vibes, aimed at what they're calling physical AI.
Okay, wait, world model is such a big phrase. Like, that's either the future of robotics or the trailer for a sci-fi movie where your Roomba develops free will.
Exactly. So let's ground it. The believable near-term use case is synthetic data and simulation for training. Think robots, autonomous systems, digital twins, but instead of hand-building every scenario, you generate photorealistic, physics-based synthetic data to train and evaluate models.
And the CES stage fantasy is, what, like press a button and your warehouse runs itself tomorrow?
Yeah. The fantasy is perfect sim equals perfect reality. The sim-to-real gap is still the boss fight. Sensors get weird, lighting changes, friction is never the same, and the model can be physics-based and still be probabilistically wrong in the exact way that breaks your forklift.
I love that you said forklift, like you personally got beef with one.
I do. Warehouse forklifts are chaos. But here's the real question creators and marketers should care about. If world models get good, they don't just train robots, they train workflows. You can simulate store layouts, customer flow, product placement, even add exposure in a digital twin of a retail environment.
That's kind of spicy. Like, instead of A-B testing a landing page, you're A-B testing reality.
Right, but we gotta talk validation or it becomes synthetic delusion. If Cosmos generates virtual miles, you need a tight loop. Simulate, deploy in limited real-world conditions, compare outcomes, then adjust. Where it breaks is when teams accept sim outputs as truth without real-world telemetry.
Which, let's be honest, is absolutely going to happen. Someone is going to run a simulation, see conversion up, and then roll it out and wonder why everyone hates it.
Yup, and then they'll blame the model instead of the process. Classic.
Okay, but what about the open chatter? Everyone on X is like, Cosmos is open source. And then you click and it's like, open-ish.
This is the trap. NVIDIA has said the first wave of Cosmos models is available under an open model license, with access via NVIDIA's API catalog and downloads through NGC and Hugging Face. But open can mean code is open, weights are open, or will let you download something under a specific license. For a normal company, assume you can experiment, but don't assume you can ship commercially until you read the license and see what's actually released.
Translation. Open weight does not mean open season.
Exactly. We literally did an episode on that vibe recently. And it matters more in physical AI because if you're deploying into cars, factories, healthcare devices, licensing and liability get real fast.
Speaking of cars, can we talk about the other CES storyline? StepFun brought Step Audio 2 with that in-car demo in the Geely Galaxy M9 cockpit. Low latency, emotional conversation, whole it feels like a person in your dashboard thing.
Yes, Step Audio 2 is positioned as an end-to-end voice large language model designed for industrial use, with a focus on audio understanding, including paralinguistic cues like speaking style and emotion and conversational interaction. The moment you make it emotional and low latency, it stops feeling like voice commands and starts feeling like presence.
Okay, so if I'm testing that live, the first thing I ask is not, what's the weather? I'm asking something that breaks polite demo mode. Like, hey, I'm late and stressed, talk me down and reroute me, and also tell me whether I should call my boss.
That's a good one. I'd test interruption handling, like start talking, cut it off mid-sentence, change the request, add a constraint. Real car conversations are messy. If it can't handle chaos, it's a stage performance.
Also, accents, road noise, and two people talking at once. Cars are basically rolling audio torture tests.
And then there's the gotcha list for embedding, latency budgets, memory footprint, on-device versus cloud, heat, battery, and guardrails. People on X always underestimate the boring parts. Like the model might be great, but the product dies because it spikes compute when you turn on the defroster.
Wait, I love that. Sorry, your assistant can't help right now because the car is cold.
Exactly. And for marketers, in-car voice is a new funnel. But it's not a banner ad, it's a conversation. Which leads us to SoundHound showing agentic voice commerce demos, where the voice agent can do multi-step transactions, find parking, compare options, pay, that whole conversion funnel with a mouth thing.
I'm obsessed and also terrified. Because the first failure mode is going to be the agent doing the thing badly. Like ordering the wrong thing, or booking the wrong date, or, worst, payment confusion.
Payment and auth chaos is the first wall. If you can't verify identity cleanly, you either make it too frictiony and nobody uses it, or too loose and it becomes fraud city.
And then marketers will ruin it by making every brand ship a chatty toll booth. Like, Want to hear about our limited time offer while you're trying to park?
That's why ethics matters. When voice gets emotional, the line between good UX and manipulation is thin. If the agent mirrors your mood to close a sale, that can get gross fast.
Yeah, like, I hear you're sad. Have you considered upgrading to premium?
Absolutely not. The teams that win will treat voice like a product surface with rules, explicit consent, clear confirmations, easy undo, and human handoff. Same idea as governed automation, the model is not the system.
Also, quick ecosystem check. It's not just cars and robots this week. The AI community is having a whole moment with models acting weird. Developers are posting about systems mimicking human quirks under stress.
Which, honestly, is just another reminder that emergent behavior is real, and if you're shipping agents into vehicles or commerce flows, you need monitoring and guardrails, not vibes.
And Elon's out here showing off Grok-generating cat memes. Like, a cat warning you not to rewire breaker panels, which feels like a metaphor for half the agent demos at CES.
Don't let the cat touch the electrical system. Don't let your agent touch the payment system without checks. Same lesson.
Also, I saw artists using Quen locally for editing and making these cute ink pen-style illustrations. Offline, instant, whimsical. It's like the opposite end of the spectrum from world model controls robots, but it's still the same theme. Tools that co-create instead of just output.
Totally. And it ties back to a real workflow takeaway. Whether it's Cosmos simulating worlds or Step Audio living in your car, the unlock is orchestration. You want systems that can start, enhance, and finish parts of work while humans keep intent and taste.
Okay, so practical advice for creators and marketers listening. If you're not building robots, what do you do with this?
You steal the pattern. Build simulation into marketing decisions where you can. Not literal physics sims, but controlled sandboxes. Test agent flows internally. Run voice commerce prototypes with strict confirmations. Use critics and validation layers so the system can't just freestyle.
And if you are tempted to make your brand voice assistant emotional, please be normal. Make it helpful. Make it consent-based. Don't make it a guilt-tripping Pixar character.
Please. All right, that's our CES floor download for Bird Day in Vegas.
Go watch a bird. Or a robot. Same difference at CES.
Thanks for hanging with us on KoiCast. This episode was produced entirely by automated AI tools, so if something got a little off-road, you know why.
Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And check out koi.com/resources for AI news and updates.
And if you're celebrating Bird Day, keep it physics-aware, no cats near breaker panels. Catch you next time from CES 2026.